You know, Kane is the breakout performer. Kane is the guy who will rock it in this tournament. He is the guy who is so good, and he has demonstrated that in 3 different matchups. Like, he did it in ZVT, he did it in ZVP, and he is now doing it in ZVZ. Like, this guy is an all-around monster.
I really think his Zerg vs. Zerg is his strongest, having watched his stream quite a bit. I mean, he just looks so clean in all these matchups. His confidence in Ling Muta, very, very apparent. And it's amazing to think that we began this cast at 11 a.m. 1 hour later, we might almost be done with the series.
Yeah. Having said that, after the length of the cast yesterday, I'm kind of glad about that. As much as I'd like to provide this amazing entertainment to you guys, it would be nice to take a break. But regardless, I'm glad that we're not actually having any technical issues today. Touch wood. Let's hope that doesn't follow up. All right, Whirlwind.
Touch wood?
Touch wood. Have you never heard that phrase? Yeah, that is a phrase.
I thought it was knock on wood.
No, touch wood is the UK phrase. Knock on wood is the US.
Really? It's just touch wood.
Yeah, just touch it.
Wow. You just so like my hand is like resting on like a small figurine that's made of wood. Is that?
Well, I think you would have to then actively touch it, because if you're already in that kind of passive position, so you're not taking the act of touching it, you are in contact with it. I feel you'd have to remove the hand and then place it back upon the figurine once again.
Repeatedly?
Only once.
Okay, done.
Excellent. Fantastic. We're in a great place. I'm looking forward to this game. In the southwest position, in the red trunks, currently up 3-0. Good lord. What a monster. He is.
Root Kane.
Versus his opponent who, man, if he's not on tilt right now, then he is the most strong-minded pro that I have seen in a long damn time. From Team Millennium, currently playing from France, looking for an opportunity to return home and escape the Frenchman, it is...
Millennium Gosu User.
I tell you, Canada's got to be pretty damn proud of Kane right now. He is the lone Canadian representative remaining in this tournament, and he is dominating it.
I mean, he's really representing Canada very, very well. I mean, Canada has had a long string of excellent stellar gamers, but, you know, as of late, I've had quite a lot of struggles, the international events, but Kane, I think, is really giving a lot of hope. Kane also going, once again, for that very, very, very greedy build. Hatch first, then gas, and finally pool. Ghost User going for the conservative pool first.
And Ghost User's got to be feeling the heat right now. Whirlwind is a great map to go greedy as well. I mean, the rush distance, if you're going to try any kind of Ling Bailing play, it's going to be seen a mile away. Unless, of course, you really screw up your Overlord placement. And you're going to have all the time in the world to kind of prepare for that kind of stuff. So if Ghost User does attempt to be the aggressor here, it might just flat out not work. He went in very confident on the Star Station game with that big aggressive play, left a few Lings behind, and just ran into the best defense I've seen in ZVZ in a long time. And that has got to be frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a frustration that you can overcome. I mean, I think that the most important thing is not to go on tilt and say, well, geez, I've lost with this composition, I've lost with this strategy, I've lost with this opening. Better just go all in and try to avoid the late game. Because we saw Gosu User, if he thinks that he is vastly superior to his opponent, you'll see him go for the very long-term games and play quite successfully. Kane, though, with that very, very swift speed, and now Swift Baneley Nest is looking, could be defensive, could be aggressive. That's the best part about this ultra-fast gas. And by the way, I love that Baneley Nest placement by Kane.
Yeah, I very much do. It's exactly what you were talking about earlier, the space between that hatchery, giving just a little bit of SimCity. Nice save there by Ghost User to turn that into a Spore Crawler and to escape with it, not losing that drone. That's a nice little move. We're seeing a lot more of that lately, especially now that you don't need an Evolution Chamber to do that. It's like, yeah, a Spore's a little bit cheaper than turning it into a Spine. Why not? I could do that more in a clutch position. Of course, yeah, this is still indirect harassment as well, because eventually these cancellation fees will add up just like your average mobile phone contract. And I realize I said mobile phone and none of the Americans know what I'm talking about. What's a mobile phone? What is that? It's a cell phone. No, it's not. Never been a cell phone. You guys are making it up.
And you don't say text, you say SMS?
We say text. Like,
did you finally catch up to text? That's
yeah,
amazing.
it took a little bit of time, but no, we stopped saying SMS a while ago. And I would say we stopped saying MMS as well, but nobody ever used those to begin with, so who cares?
Looks like Gosu User has a nice little boost of confidence there. He said, okay, there was the aggression, didn't do anything.
Nope, not a
All
thing.
right, time to go for the long-term play. And Kane's just throwing down his 4 gas geysers and instantly going layer. I love this because Kane did a very similar looking move last game that had a lot of Ling Baneling there. But this game, just a couple of Lings and a much faster layer. And look at Gosu User's answer. Banelings, Zerglings, and a Spine Crawler. There's a lot of additional defense that Gosu User probably would have wanted to avoid.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Kane got a fantastic Baneling connection. I wouldn't even say it was a good one. It just looked awesome. Because of the angle that it came in, the bits of Zergling skidded across the map in an entertaining fashion. That was great. And a great scout here by Gosu User. Gets a lot of information there. Knows exactly what he is up against. Knows the timing of the lair. And, of course, spots all 4 gas as well. So he can safely assume it will be a Mutalisk play. Let's see what he decides to do. He's not that far behind his lair timing this time around. That aggression, as you pointed out earlier, didn't really do much. We're going to see the same Roach and Evolution Chamber play here.
Yeah, I'm about that in this position. This is a map where I really think that Zerglings are particularly potent. And of course, with Mutalisk to follow up, are very, very, very excellent as well. And I think with this sort of Roach play, I'm looking at this Overlord at the far bottom right, could potentially pop into an Overseer, but look at Kane at the bottom right of his own main base. Has a Zergling there, ready to deal with some sort of Nidus play. Kane already taking his 3rd base and sending Lings out. I mean, the preparation from Kane is really, really just shining through. It's really amazing.
Yeah. He looks so solid and so knowledgeable in this matchup. It doesn't look like there's really any holes in his play. An attempted run-by comes in onto the 3rd. Shouldn't force a cancel. It would be really weird if it did. And Gosu User tries to get a couple of connections. Not the best Baneling connections in the world. That one was pretty decent, so we should see a cleanup. But there is a follow-up coming in. There are more Lings, so he's still applying pressure here as best he can. But now the Roaches are on the field. We need to see a good surround here by Kane. He can surround and kill this, but is he going to go for it? Yeah, he's going for it. But there are now reinforcement Roaches. Kane immediately pulls back.
Yeah, I mean, this is the sort of positioning that is very standard. You get to about 45 or so, 45 to 50 drones, and then you flood Lings as you take your 3rd. You can delay your opponent's 3rd, and of course you can defend your own.
That you can. We're looking at the Roach count here. That's currently 10. There are Mutalisks on the way here for Kane. That'll only take him up to 6. It's definitely not a big number. Let's look at structures, shall we? That's a new tab that we got in Heart of the Swarm, which I don't know the hotkey for. It's T. Yes, T. There you go. You've learned something. There are 4 Spore Crawlers on the line here for Gosu User. And that, I mean, that in itself is against 6 mutas. You can't go in against that. You'll lose like half your Mutalisks at least, maybe all of them in that situation.
Yeah, God. I mean, those Spore Crawlers are looking mighty scary. I mean, especially the range 7 compared to the range 3 of the Mutalisks. Yeah. Yeesh.
Yeah, I mean, you probably get 2 hits in before the first Glaive Worm even fires, which is two-thirds of the health of a single Mutalisk. There's one at the front here as well. Gosu User's placement is pretty good here. There's one in the mineral line. There are actually no holes in this. Gosu User is well defended everywhere. He's got 6 spores, which is more than enough to handle this Mutalisk count. Kane, on the other hand, is now actually going to transition into Roaches of his own and Infestors. You'll notice that he also has an Evolution Chamber.
Ooh, at the 3rd base of Kane, we see 3 in the left geyser. This is one of those devastating moments that you just cannot let happen. I mean, that's pretty significant. That's about 2 Roaches a minute worth of gas that you lose. About 40 gas a minute gone. Oh, no, there's the 3rd one in the gas. Hey! Perfect.
Ah, that was a triple somersault, 10-point landing there by the Zergling Corpse as it connects with the Baneling. That is possibly the most amusing use of the physics engine, aside from watching Void Rays die. It is the best thing in the world. They crumble into tiny little shards.
Oh gosh, especially if there's like 6 chain fungals that all land and they all break apart at the same time. Oh my gosh, it's as good as destroying a sandcastle.
Yep, it makes me quiver. What can I say? Kane now going for the 4th base down to the bottom here. Currently a fairly passive game between these two, but if we look at supplies, they're pretty even. A lot of things are fairly even. We are, however, seeing a Roach advantage here for Gosu User, a pretty significant one. Those Mutalisks, of course, taking up supply and not doing a damn thing right now, which puts Gosu User in a really good spot. I mean, those mutas can't go and harass. They will just die if they try. If they try and engage, they might just get it easily fungled. They're not going to be that useful.
Yeah, I mean, they're the sort of things that you just need to get some use out of very swiftly. It's one of the reasons why the Zerglings were produced early on. So that way, you know, the Mutalisks could maybe pick off a drone or two, kill a geyser or something like that. But right now, the Mutalisks have done almost nothing directly. However, indirectly, they've permitted this fourth base to go down from Kane. So I think that is where the big edge from Kane is going to occur. But Kane is a little bit far behind on that +1 upgrade. I'm really impressed to see Gosu User sticking to guns and going for this long-term play.
Yeah, we're just having a little bit of lag in the game. I think it may be on your end. I'm just checking here. We're not dropping any frames, so...
I'm not seeing any lag. It looks great to me.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it, and that could definitely cause some problems for the players here. I think I may call a pause just until this passes.
I thought the glitch is just there. It looks like there's a pause request. There's a couple lag spikes, it looks like.
Yeah, this is really odd, actually, because the... There we go. So, we'll pause this for a second and try and let this even out. You went robotic on Skype, which is it kind of usually means that, you know, there might be an issue on my end, but since I haven't dropped any frames, that's really strange. Like, I'm trying to figure out exactly where this lag is coming from here. Kane was complaining about a little bit of it, but not huge. So he wasn't getting those big freezes. If he was, then he would have said so.
Looks like everyone's pretty content, so it looks like things are going to be...
yeah, you're breaking up in a big way on this end, so...
I am? Wow, I can hear you just great.
That's really, really strange. I just got a waiting for server there, and... Yeah, the game is actually freezing up in a big way on this end. Which is massively. This is very strange. Good lord. I've never seen this. This is so weird. I can't even hear you right now. Like, it's gotten that bad. We're not dropping any frames. The stream is actually solid, but there's big freezes right now. This battle is going on. Evidently, yeah, Red Storm calling another pause. Obviously in the middle of a fight, which is bad. Apparently, yeah, everything is going horrendously wrong in this fight right now, which is definitely not what we want. Yeah, everyone's claiming it seems pretty rough. I don't know where this is coming from. I really, really don't.
Well, is this going to be our first break of the TV?
It might be. It very well might be. We will have to ride this out and wait for it to fix itself, I think. Yeah, looking on this end. This is really strange. Okay, we'll have to take a couple of minutes break while we try and sort this out. We don't really want to go right now. No. That would not be a good thing at all. Oh, now I'm dropping huge frames. Dropping stream. Oh, crap. Alright, well, I guess it was too good to last. I will try and get this resolved, and we will be right back.